I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the...
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? I think a free play now for Goff. Going deep this time for Miller. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Hey, let's go. Go, Grant.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. That one goes for 8 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Wait, 20. 56. Average wall. I got you, son. I got you, son. 6 guys. Check 6.
Right back to him on 1st down.
I got it.
A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
54, right there, 54.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
180. Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. General West. You got nothing. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Shell. Check nickel. Go, 12. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Gone. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, they have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
14.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hold on. Check.
Now gone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is gone. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Let's go. Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, alert! I'm trying to collect. Check 31. Lock!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here we go. 180. 1 Omaha.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, dude. Man left. Out. 3 down. Out. Jumper. White. 21. Here we go.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Here we go.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Watch 10. 21. Check. Crouch.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Rams take over.
Let's go,
first
boy.
and
Bring it
10
up.
at their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 10, gone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. Goff now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here.
Matchbox lights. You got tight. Right there. What's that? Slam.
Goff throwing again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
20. 65. Tiger. 65.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Goff. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Let's get 11. 5.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
80 weapon.
On first down, Akers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On first down, gone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Scott Miller, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second down. Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Go.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But also, they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Hey, let's go. Go ground.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. Going up top for Miller. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
56 to Mike.
Goff on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
4 down. 11. Clock.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Check 15. Check.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Play action. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn it
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
This is Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
12. Check 13. Check the hut.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman.
Got you, boy.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to find this man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. Like 20. We own it. Undercrush. 12, fellas. Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Here we go.
A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hey, Wood. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 12. Defense, keep it up.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check pass.
Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there on the opening play of this drive. From the 16, Garoppolo buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Now gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Goff. It's caught. It's Miller. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's gone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Goff now to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, that's not a run that's going to... make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And some room to run now. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 67 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to throw, Goff. They'll find Henderson there. It's complete. That's good for 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now Goff. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Coleman, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
White.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dexter Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26,
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now gone. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And an alley to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA. Darrell Henderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.